this video is about returns. First of all, we're going to show you how to deal with returns. So this is when a customer, a buyer, has opened a return request, and we're going to show you what happens next.
Yeah, so we're just going to process this return. As you can see my dashboard and in the seller hub, and it says here respond to a return request. So you can either click that or there. So yeah, you can either go to resolution center, guys, or you can just go to all open
all
returns.
Open returns replacements will take you straight to that screen with all your current open returns.
So as we can see here, it's at the top here. We've got
reason why we know it says it's at the top, we know it's at the top when you open it, because it says provide postage label. So we know that's one where we haven't dealt with yet. So that's how we know it's there as well, and it comes right at the top.
As you can see, this is actually a good example. It says respond by the 20th December, or else if you don't, you may get a defect. We do talk about this in later videos in the course, but just bear that in mind. Yeah. And yeah, found a better price. Okay, no problem. So
found a price. It's a lame reason, but you know it's a reason because we offer the 30-day no quibbles refund anyway, and it's good to see that example actually, because it's one where it's like people just don't like it. Doesn't fit, you know, there's something that they feel is wrong with the item, so it's quite interesting to see. Didn't like the price, that's fine, we can provide a label. So
here we go, straight away it's come up with to buy a label from eBay, which is going to cost me £4.60. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to upload your own label.
Yeah.
Okay, so here it's going to have where you got to upload the image. Now how do I get a label to upload?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to copy this the title of the item, or so much of it anyway. Now I'm clicking over to a different tab. I know you guys can't see it, but to amazon.co.uk, and not only you can't see the top either, but I've just gone to your orders.
Hover your mouse over your account and click on orders,
and here we go. I'm just going to paste it.
You're pasting the item title into the search orders bit. Make sure you put it into search orders, not into the general bar. And then that's the order that's come up with. Make sure it's the right one. Sometimes if there's multiple orders of it, you just cross-reference the person's name or some detail about them. So if you can't find any details on this page, don't worry about it. All you have to do is go and find the transaction. And you can find the transaction under when you do sell all orders. And you can find it there. And is that her username? So there's the eBay ID. If you select the eBay ID, you've got two options of finding their details. You can either find it on easync. So you go on there, you put it in, we've seen it before, search orders, it comes up with the order. So then you've got the person's address, the details, you can click through to Amazon. Or you can actually find it on all orders on eBay as well. So you've got two options.
Yeah. And although I do recommend you 100% confirming, for this one, as it is just an example, it says shopper 1 Susan. Okay, and as I can see from my orders,
there's only one order.
My name is Susan.
So
I'm gonna take a stab in the bucket.
It's only if you've got multiple ones, it's really that. We just advise you do that.
So it's delivered today, as I can see. They want a return. So choose a response. Now, this is important, okay? Amazon will only accept certain types of responses.
Some do accept it, and you get a free return on all of them. But some you need to say that it's like either the item was damaged, or it wasn't, or the performance or quality not adequate. So should we try the performance quality not adequate?
And as I can see there, lights. I'm just going to say lights don't work.
This is optional. Some say that you need to write something. Some don't. So we just write something anyway. So click continue. So we want a refund, and it's going to be refund times 5 to 7 days. So we'll go back to your original card. Oh, it says $2.99. So it wants to charge us. So this is a good example. So if we go back, try a different one. We're going to try a different one. So we don't really want to pay, but I think that actually says it will reimburse us. So I think this is a different kind of return. So we're going to check now. So we just put...
okay, so... Can be really brief that bit. If it's slang as well, it doesn't matter.
This is going to be an interesting return though. So it could be a good example.
Could be a more difficult example.
To explain. So we might have to use a different one. Is it going to it says 0 now.
0.
So printer required, print label at the time for your orders. It will also email it to you. So submit. So the reason why this is a good example, and this is an interesting one, is a little bit different to a lot of them. You usually get lots of options. You can do collection, My Hermes, where you can take it to one of their shops, or you can do Royal Mail, where you take it to the post office. You just saw then where we chose an option where they think, well, actually, we want to charge you for that delivery, but we don't want to be charged for that. So we changed the reason, and now it's giving us the label. So Matt's going to take you through that now.
Yeah, and so he said, look, you get a variety of options, My Hermes or something like that. We always choose Royal Mail because they're just the most popular ones.
Yeah, and everyone there's always a Royal Mail somewhere in someone's town or close by, and everyone knows where one is, so it's much easier. You just have to print the label, and then you actually put it on the parcel as well, so it's quite easy.
So we've obviously now got the label, and I could print it here, but obviously the item's not with me. I could email it to them, but I don't want to do that either. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go back to the search to my orders. Bear with me. And I'm going to just paste the order title once again. Now it's here again, order details, and view return label and instructions. So now I've got the return label. Save the image as.
How do you just right click and save image as?
Yeah.
All right, so there's two ways of doing this, and I'm just because I've just what's seen here. So this is a great way. Right click, save image as, and then you upload it. Another one that I do is you actually go to, as if you're going to print it. There's a print option because normally you just print the label. So what you do is actually press, when you go to print, instead of selecting your printer, you select PDF. So instead you can select that, and what it'll do is it'll save it into a PDF file. Once you click save, you then upload that just like you would with this image, upload it to eBay. So yeah, carry on.
Yeah, and go back to the case, and here it's asking me to upload my label. So I'm going to select it. Right, pictures. To be fair, I should have probably noted where I saved it.
Yeah, now it's
there we go, found it. Just about. Cool, so there is now my return label, and I can send it to them. Select the postage courier, Royal Mail, and there is the tracking number as well.
It's honestly that simple.
So there we go.
That's a real example. He's just uploaded that label. That now goes to the buyer, and what we do now, we actually send a follow-up message. What we can do is we can actually send, we actually got some templates as well, and the follow-up message, all it is just giving them instructions of what they need to do next. Because what some people still do is they'll see that you've accepted the return, and they'll just see your return address, because it does say somewhere the return address, and then they'll try and send it back to there. So what we'd do is we now send a message to them, which just gives them the instructions to give them that sort of like support and that help, just to say, right, this is the label, you need to do this, this and this, put it on the parcel, go to any Royal Mail, it's free, it's prepaid, and then they send it back to Amazon, and then the refund shows on Amazon. If you actually want to go on Amazon as well, just show them where you're going to see it. So once you're actually on here, if we go on the order, so if we just go, we just go back or something? So what will happen now is it says return started, so you can see that's now changed. And what will happen if you click on order details, just there, the blue one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So on here, there'll actually be it'll say like grand. Where it says grand total on the right side, underneath it'll actually say refund, and then it'll say the amount. So sometimes Amazon do refund without us having to return it because there might be a good reason for it. I'm not received, or they don't. It's an item they say it's not safe to send it back, or for any reason, they'll just be underneath the grand total say refund and then the amount, and that's where you know for sure that you've had a refund.
Yeah. But other than that, it's all taken care of. Make sure you message them, tell them how to deal with the label.
Yeah.
They'll send it to Amazon, and Amazon will refund you directly.
Yeah. So that's the main core part of the video. What we're going to tell you about next is how to check to see if people have actually sent the items back. Because we found when we first started, we were just relying on eBay to tell us, because it kind of has this timeline. But sometimes it would be tracked, it'd get to Amazon, but for some reason it hasn't updated on eBay. So we were getting people who were going, well, I've returned that item, where's my refund? And we haven't refunded them for like 2 weeks. And it's because we were relying on eBay for the tracking to update. Don't do that. What we recommend you do is actually check every couple of days, or even when you log in, if you want to make it part of your routine, which is what I did at the start, is to log in on eBay, open up your returns. So you go on do you want to open your returns again?
Yeah, 1 second.
I looked at the screen, like, where have you gone?
It's a bit slow.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so we're going to open up the all open returns and replacements window again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just look at one of these. So if we go on, say let's just use this screen. So we say the second one down, waiting for buyer to post item. So if you want to just select the part of the title. Again, there's a couple of ways to do this. This is actually just the quick, easy way sort of thing. The other way is going through eSync, so copying the person's eBay user ID, putting it in the eSync search orders page. You'll get all the exact details, exact order. So that is a good way as well. So we can see that they ordered 9th December. We should have an open return on this. Hope we do. And return started. Okay, so we can see that it just says return started. Right now, we know it hasn't returned. So, and if you want to double check that, you go on the order details. It doesn't say it's been refunded. So what you're doing, the reason why we say go and check this is because it will say return completed, which means you've been refunded the money. If it's been refunded, we then go back onto eBay. So if you just go back.
We'll then refund the buyer ourselves.
So we click on see details, and then there's a button here. It doesn't matter where this timeline is. We just click on refund the buyer, and it'll just go yes, and then it'll ask you to confirm it, and you say yes, confirm that amount, and it'll say the full amount, and then it'll refund the buyer. Simple as that. Just make sure you're doing these checks, keeping on top of the returns, because otherwise it can result in defects if you leave them, and don't rely on eBay to tell you that the buyer's posted the item or if it's anything like that.
Cross-reference it. That's basically what we're saying. Always cross-reference.
And you're covering yourself as well. If eBay says, oh, the buyer's posted it, because the buyer can click a button and say, oh, I've posted it. Check Amazon. Make sure it's been returned. The only ones you need to be wary of is if they do come to you personally and you take a little while to go to the post office. What I tend to do is refund them first anyway, because they have done what they're meant to do. Then it's my job, my responsibility to then send it back to Amazon. But yeah, that's it really.
That's it.
Returns.
Alright guys, cool. See you in the next video.
See ya.